Welcome to another episode of Richie Does. Richie does stuff. Just general stuff. Alright, so the wife has decided that she wants the tip of this kitchen knife redone because it's lost its tip. Obviously you can see it was a very pointy knife, now it's not. So we're just going to redress it and resharpen it. Also, probably won't be able to see, but there's lots of jagged points on the blade of this. It needs redressing. It's a few chips and burrs, so we're going to redo that and get a nice point back to it and a sharp edge. So we're just going to start by redressing it on the grinding wheel. Shouldn't take long. First things first, guys, fire protection. Into the water every now and then. Okay, so back to a nice sharp point. Didn't take long, just redress the top here. There's no point doing it along here because you've got to sharpen that back anyway, and just take it down off the spine of the knife. Yes, it's a bit narrower, but it's not going to affect it. Now we're going to sharpen the edge, get rid of these notches, these serrations that have happened over time. Also the tip is very slightly bent, so I'm just going to straighten that out a little bit, and I'm going to start with a very fine file on this just to get this knocked back, and then we'll go to the whetstone. Right guys, we've got the knife in the vise, blade side up obviously. Got a very fine file here. It's cut both ways. It's not a bastard file, it's a, can't think of the name now, I'll post it. So we'll just start by gently just sorting out these burrs. Start with a nice flat edge first up. Okay, you can feel that that's a lot better already. It's got rid of a lot of those indentations on the blade edge, and just a little bit more. little bit more just here, you can feel it. Be careful when you're doing this, but it's worthwhile doing because you can actually feel where it needs a little bit more of a touch up. Okay, that's good. Now while I'm here, I'm just going to take this little bit off here. I've never liked it, and when you're chopping, especially when I'm watching the wife chopping, this part can be very sharp and it's really superfluous. So I'm just going to take this edge off because there's a very sharp point there, and obviously it's quite dangerous. So I'm just going to take that off. Don't have to, just want to. And just the last bit, we're just going to take this out of the vise, and going forward against the blade edge, just going to take off those burrs that we've just created, just gently, and also the same this way. Difficult to do this with the camera. So now we have nice knife with a sharp point, which is what the missus wanted again, and I've taken that little sharp edge off of there. Now we're going to put it on the whetstone and redress this edge. Okay guys, so we've got a very wet whetstone. It's been soaking in water for 5-10 minutes. I'm just going to redress this edge. It's obviously very blunt now because we've had the file on it, taking off those nasty chop outs, the indentations. So now we're just going to start on the rougher side and get a good angle, and just start heading into the blade. Right off, there's a few bits there. I'm just going to take this edge up first because it's got the burrs on it. Where we had it on the grinder. That's done that. Okay. Very shallow angle for kitchen knives. So just got this about set to here, which is about 4 or 5 mil for this size knife off of the back edge. On the other side. Bit difficult doing this left-handed. Just for the camera, obviously. however you feel comfortable. Of course it's a bit difficult for the camera, but try my best. Just a little bit of flex in this knife so you can, it's not quite a fillet knife, but it's got some flex so you can keep the pressure from this angle. Go both ways. See what we got. Okay, there's no notches. I can't feel any notches there. That's really good. Alright, so now need to concentrate a little bit more on the rough side. Now we've got rid of all those nasty notches. We've got a nice even blade now, so lots more sharpening. Go a little bit faster now that we've evened up that blade. Keep that same angle for the edge, yeah? However you do this. Just showing you different techniques to how to do this. You do it the way you want to do it. The result will be the same. Just however you feel comfortable and how you find it easier to do. Keep that whetstone wet. Okay, starting to get a bit of an edge on that now, which is good. Flip this over. Flip the whetstone over. It's time for the finer side. A little bit of slurry coming up now, which is good, nice and fine. Taking those micro fine pieces of metal off the knife. Okay, it's coming on now. It definitely needs more here. Yep. We keep going. Alright guys, so we've finished with the whetstone. Didn't show you all the sharpening, it was pretty much exactly the same as you've seen. So I took the video off there. Now we're just going to use what I used in one of my previous videos to sharpen that knife. This is actually PVC, or like what you would have a beanbag made out of, vinyl. So it's got a bit of a rough surface on one side and like a textured leather type surface on the other. You can use leather, that's fine. Leather's expensive though, I just use this stuff. We're just polishing the edge of that knife, so it doesn't have to be anything special, you know. We're just taking off those very fine areas where it's picked up on the whetstone. So we're just going to introduce a bit more brasso to this. It will go flat in a minute. Okay, just a little bit like that. Good old brasso. Polishing compound is the best, but obviously brasso is working just fine as well. So just going to spread that around a bit, and then we're going to start on just polishing this knife edge. So just quite a lot of pressure, just polishing that edge, trying to keep the same angle of bevel from that. So as we're polishing it, we're keeping that angle. Nice flat surface under here. It's got a bit of flex, this knife, which is good because it's not a big knife, as you can see. So just making it easier to polish this edge. Here, I might well just give it a quick polish with this. Be careful guys, don't cut your fingers. Obviously I'll give this a wash before put it back in the knife drawer. It's a good knife, this one, good size, wife likes it, which is the main thing obviously. A little bit of a clean up. Let's see what we've got. Feels pretty good. We're running out of bits of paper, but we'll see how we go with this. Pretty good. You consider we took a file to this on the sharp side of this. I think it's come up pretty well. Got a nice point back to it. Taken off that pointy part. Obviously, when you're cutting like this, you can get your finger caught like that, and it has actually taken my wife's finger out just on the edge there. So I got rid of that for her. Hopefully, I'll get some benefit after doing this for her. Alright, so we're sharp. Alright guys, that's it. One tidied up wasabi knife, it's called. Wasabi. Please like and subscribe. I post different videos about stuff that we all do, I guess, on a daily basis. So just things to help out. Please like and subscribe, that'd be great if you could. And keep your eyes peeled for another video from me. Thanks very much.